Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. John...
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't...
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask...
Are you some kind of vigilante patrol?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So you're a concerned criminal, is that...
Using funny jokes about me and my boys,
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr...
I could kill you for saying that.
So, tell me about...
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want...
Well, yes. You seem so proud of...
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The wet boot boy.
What can you tell me about...
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here, like every...
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns...
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
Do you know where I can find Sean?
The sad saint. Why?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been a...
Goodbye. Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
What can you tell me?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I...
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be...
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk.
You're quite blunt.
I like people who know what they want and say what they think.
I'm not interested in a career in the...
Fair enough. Stay away from us, then.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid...
What can you...
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me...
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is...
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that...
You still use your husband's name, Edwina. Why is that?
Why shouldn't I? He may be a bloody bastard, but I'm still his wife.
You never paid him a visit at the
And I don't intend to. In Clay's case, I'm not against a med...
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes.
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman...
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor?
I'm not that easily shocked, Miss Cox.
The poor bastard is good to me, if you must...
So you're just like any other couple?
Yeah, we're so ordinary that I'd put a bud...
Tell me about the man you and...
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
What happened?
I don't know, and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened?
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory, and this is our...
And your conscience is clear. You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed.
So you decide who lives and who dies?
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's...
Can I...
As long as you have... Hello,
I'm looking for...
the sad saint. I heard he was mugged.
Yes, he was. But he left...
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's...
Can I see...
As long as you have money.
I have this thirst for blood.
Mark my words.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
A vampire? Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night?
It's a good thing you cannot see me.
Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
Evening, miss.
Well, I never.
I'm much more
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor.
What can you tell me?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know...
If you're
I've got responsibilities. And it's not like...
This place...
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
So this bar...
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever...
Your boss must be quite the negotiator, too.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr.
Excuse my...
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never...
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss...
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if...
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay. And my mum...
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Oh,
Goodbye, Mr...
you still working at this?
Good...
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton.
A vampire hunter?
I know what you're thinking.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
A man of science.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Poor boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him. But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire.
So... how exactly...
I patrol late at night.
Can I help?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up...
Are you asking me to paste...
If you wouldn't mind.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand...
Have you ever...
Of course I have. What kind of...
Have you heard of the
Of course. They're dedicated hunters.
Were you...
I did think about it, but I'm more of...
So you hunt a...
Vampires are just like every other predator.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton.
The sad saint? He should be at his...
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure...
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal.
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a...
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you...
Goodbye. Good evening, Tom. You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seems so...
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back.
What can you tell me about...
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who? How is it you can keep this place open?
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered new...
I see. So you get
Or something like that. Nothing that a few...
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do? How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarry.
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in.
You're something of a figurehead.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget...
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's...
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's...
Tom, I
heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital.
The important...
Why not try his night asylum?
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse.
I believe...
Oh, I bet you're right. Sure.
Please, tell me. Good. Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met at...
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you.
What do you do for a living?
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon.
Why do you drink so...
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's...
Don't you work?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So
No reason at all to rejoice, then?
Let me tell you a story.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change...
What kind of tragedy? You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just...
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town?
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood.
No.
Let me tell you a
Another time. Is there...
How dare you say...
Why are you...
Cynicism is the polite way to
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young.
Sure, I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good.
Sounds like you were an idealist.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Doctor.
Do you really think the world...
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure.
I want to know more...
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope...
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me, then?
About the sad saint? I'll try asking Tom Watts about him.
Good.
What's coming to them?
Good evening, Mr. Throg.
Doctor!
Goodbye.
Every night in the darkness, and every dawn another death. Hypocrites. Maggots.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always...
I was just being polite.
Don't like questions or doctors. And then
What can you tell me about this part of town? Are you thinking about someone in particular?
Nope. Hate them all. Especially...
Is there no one who deserves your leniency, then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke.
What's your
I
occupation?
take care of my mum. It's what I do.
You seem...
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just wanted to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God.
Any chance you can help me find Sean Hampton?
The sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Really?
Goodbye, Miss...
Every night in the darkness.
Hello, boy.
Uh,
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear.
no. It's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble.
Why do people avoid...
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do around...
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough.
No. I mean, yes.
This city has abandoned so many of its children. It's tragic.
Well, I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good...
Do you know a man who lives in this part of...
Sorry, sir. I don't know a lot of folks around here. Most prefer to...
Well, I don't think you should talk to him. He may be very sick.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check the Turquoise Turtle. It's a pub not...
So long. Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed.
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area. The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fish... I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most these days.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
So you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like...
How is life around?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere now, Dad.
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel...
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just...
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson...
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no. My Jack was a docker.
How do you pay the...
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad.
The orphan that regards you as a mother.
You mean Rufus? I wish...
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't...
I'm trying to locate...
You talking about the one everyone calls the sad...
The very same, Miss Fishburne.
I'm sorry. I don't know where his shelter is.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne.
Another disgusting fortitude. Freaking vampire living.
I can't say.
Seems like the guard of Prewin is on Sean Hampton's trail, too.
Want some of this?
Been a while since we've seen any new fate. Since Randy.
Someone's playing a right.
Good evening, Miss Cobb.
Hello again, Doc.
Can-
As long as you have money. Pleasure, sir. Been a while since you've seen anything.
Look out here! Vicious bugger! Go! Get back in the grave! Earn it, boys! All of you need killing! Die, beast! Bruce the leech, boys! I'll put an end to you! All of you bloody leeches need killing! Get it, boys! Die, beast! I hear you. Bruce the leech, boys! Die, Fanny! All of you bloody leeches need killing! Want some of this? Killing's all you deserve. Want some of this? Release, boys! All of you leeches are killing. I'll tell you!
I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood.
It's elite! Kill!
Tom has so much alcohol, he could keep this district afloat for quite some time. can't believe I'm doing this.
Welcome back, Doctor.
You lied to me, Tom.
I'm sorry, Dr. Reed, but I thought those Prewen guards would be willing to let someone like you pass without...
That was devious of you, Tom. Next time...
I apologize, Doctor, but...
Here is your booze. I hope it will...
Believe me, Doctor, most of my customers are less agreeable.
Tell me about your arrest for attempt...
I tried to kill someone. I got arrested.
So you mean your customers know about your...
Yeah, why do you think this is the last pub open?
Do you think prison changed you?
Oh, I don't know about that. All I brought back is...
But do you feel cleansed of your...
All I know is that I'm at peace.
You attempted murder.
I was given an order. An order to kill.
Why did you join?
Because I finally felt useful. Do you have any idea what it means to...
So you were ordered to kill someone?
I don't know if you can possibly understand, but...
Why couldn't you shoot?
My target was eating in that fancy rest...
You've had a sad...
No, not really. I had friends and happened...
Why not leave town and stop?
I grew up in the East End. This is where my roots are.
Do you think the docks will always be a hive?
As long as poverty and fear run the show...
Don't you feel threatened? Staying in such a...
I've made peace with my violent past, Dr.
Sabrina seems...
I like her too. I really do.
What is bothering you then?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a coat. I'm not...
Goodbye, Mr.
So few clients. With the epidemic, no one dares go outside.
You still work?
You cannot see me now, Mum.
Sabrina, tell me about...
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it.
Who's mocking?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk. Well,
Does Tom?
yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further.
Tell me, Sabrina, do you really believe...
He proves it to me every day he tells the truth.
And you don't think he might fall back into his sordid way?
We can all do terrible things, Dr. Reed.
Miss Cab...
You better ask...
Why not answer?
We respect the
Were you aware of Tom's past incarceration?
That's the first thing he told me when he offered me the job.
Did it surprise you to find out about...
Not really. I was already aware of his rep.
Most people would have run away because of that.
Not me. I thought a man like him could give...
Miss Cavendish...
You better...
Why not...
We respect...
Goodbye. Good evening.
Hello again, Doctor.
Can I see...
As long as you have money.
I'm gonna find out.
Good evening.
Hello again.
Can-
As long as you have... Foolish girl won't have quick principles. She's got no idea who she's dealing with. Been a while since I've seen you.
Good evening,
What?
Inebriation.
Yes.
Take this, then.
Hey, Doc, you...
Goodbye. I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this. It's locked, all right.
Leech spotted! Watch out! Christ! He's dead!
Crush the leech, boys!
Don't like that, do ya? It's a leech! What's it? It's a killer! Die! A leech! Want some of this? I'll kill you! A leech! I'll kill it! That leech is fast!
Have no fear, brothers!
This place. Rain may have washed away the blood, but not the memory. My poor Mary. This is my watch. Damn grave robbers. It's locked. I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable. Good evening, Mr. Fish.
Yeah.
Do you require... Good...
Hypocrites, all of them. Maggots and liars.
Good evening, Miss Cole.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
I managed to reach the mass grave.
Spare me the details, Dr. Reed. All I want to know is what...
I'm afraid those bastards, as you call them...
Dead? Shit. That money would...
Yes. Everybody should avoid that place.
Okay then, Doctor. It looks like...
Tell me your feelings about Booth's...
It makes him look weak in front of the boys. That's my feeling.
You don't believe he really saw something, then?
I don't care what he saw or not.
Can I see what you...
As long as you have The sewer dog's fault, they say. Then the gangs, the epidemic. Pleasure. Sir. Been a while.
I can feel it coming in my bones. Away.
I have this thirst. blood. It's locked, all right. I can't believe I'm doing this. Yes. The place has changed since the May all who suffered from this tragedy find or rest in peace. This is despicable.
Everyone's throwing the blame.
I think I'm losing my mind.
Is it good?
Good
I should
evening,
just
Mr.
run as
Delaney.
far away from this place as I can.
I found the location of the explosion, Mr. Delaney.
Really? That's so
It's nothing, really.
What? No, I didn't know them. No car was supposed to park there that day.
You're the man who hid that bomb.
I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet.
I sense your guilt, Dyson. What?
I still believe our fight was just. By killing an innocent couple who were just at the wrong place at the wrong time.
That bomb also killed you that day, don't you see?
I know. Maybe I deserve judgment. Until that day...
I want you to remember the bomb, Dyson.
No. I don't.
Why use a bomb?
The Dawson & Dawson ammunitions factory.
The victims.
I spent so much time figuring out the perfect moment.
I'm looking...
I really... About the sad...
Goodbye.
I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
Times like these, a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
This is a slaughterhouse. From Seymour to my beloved mother Stella. Fishburne, that sneaky bastard. It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Hypocrite.
Good evening, Mr.
Yeah.
I have retrieved...
Great. Give it here then and take this.
I also found the corpses. The ones under which you left the necklace, Mr. Fishburne.
Ah, so that's where I left it. I can't...
As a man of science, I'd like to
Why does there need to be a reason? They were just there. It happened.
You're not a mindless animal, Seymour.
Could be right, Dr. Reed. Maybe it'll do some good to confide in a gentleman like you. You being educated.
Do you require
That's something I didn't expect to hear again.
I don't know which kind...
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed?
Tell me about your victims, Seymour. Who were they? Why them? Was there a link?
Why should there be? They just kept getting on my nerves at the worst times, that's all.
How many? How many victims?
It's not like I keep records. It happens.
You feel nothing, do you? No empathy for your victims at all?
You seem pretty calm yourself, don't you?
We're not talking about me.
That right? Well, our calm's the only thing we have in common then.
Did you take pleasure in killing them, Seymour? All those people, all those lives extinguished.
I take no pleasure from it. Just gives me peace.
This rage you feel, have you ever been able to control it? Resist it?
I tried.
Don't you think you should seek help? Talk to someone you trust, someone who cares about you.
No. And don't dare speak about me to your colleagues either. Keep your mouth shut.
Why is your mother...
I'm her son. She's the only one who knows.
I understand you love her, but can't you see the...
Do you think my mum would have a better life if I were dead?
I don't believe death is the appropriate...
There is no law around here. No justice to be found.
Good.
Hypocrites, all of them. Maggots and...
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Human! Kill it! You're mine, vermin!
Noise. A vampire kills in utter silence.
Good evening, Mr.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance?
Goodbye.
They've got bigger problems elsewhere.
Good evening.
Dr. Reed.
I'm afraid...
It cost me good money to print those.
Did you really think the posters...
See the sad saint of the East End?
What can you tell...
Did you hear?
It's...
But it's my...
Tell me, Ichabod. Why do you...
He is a truly inspiring example.
Goodbye.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them! Take all of your bloody leeches to killing!
Good evening.
Rest assured, I will help you.
Your merchandise.
None taken, sir. But please, I need...
Let me be frank. You're as much of a
Who the hell are you to question me? It's hard...
I meant no offense, Mr. Nightingale. I was merely pointing out the fact that you're unlikely to survive long if you continue wandering.
And what should I do then, sir? Should I join the Wet Boot Boys like so many others? No thanks.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
Not really. Miss Gillingham smiles and says kind words, but I know she's lost her marbles.
Tell me about this crazy woman. Madness is often mistaken for other conditions.
The poor woman's mad, all right. Kind and all, but...
How interesting. I don't suppose you know what happened to her son.
Jack! Rumour has it he tried to tackle some gang lads. I didn't know him well, but I heard he was a nice enough chap. His old ma still thinks he's around.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
He's a caretaker for the poor, is he not?
Something like that, yes.
Sorry, I don't know where...
I found this watch.
That makes sense.
If you say so.
Take...
Why not try seeking it?
There's always the night asylum. Heard it's run by very...
There is no shame in asking for help, my boy.
I don't feel okay with that. I'm gonna make a name for myself.
Goodbye.
Please, sir. Come and have a gander. Are you certain you're not lost, sir? You seem quite a stranger to these parts.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I come in? I'm sorry. Your medication. Have we met before?
Don't tease me like that.
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is...
An epidemic, you say? How terrible. So, Dr. Tippett.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed.
Of course I do. I remember my name.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Oh, no. I don't.
Is anyone taking care of you, miss?
My son is always here to take care of me.
Who are the more influential figures?
Well, I heard about some terrible illness.
Enid, have you really no idea?
I've not seen Jack for so long.
Jack takes...
He does indeed. My Jack...
I'm...
Sean Hampton, you say? Oh, the name...
Goodbye.
So,
Do you require... I'll... Goodbye. It's locked, all right. It's locked. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't know...
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify...
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you...
As I told you.
Oh, a doctor. Born with...
Why such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes?
Of course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your...
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what. Just spend a few weeks here, and then ask me that question again.
If you have something to say, say it.
Oh. You want information instead? Well, here's some for...
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Oh, your manners, your clothes, your...
You're right, Miss Paxton.
You tell me, Dr. Reed.
You speak of strikes and class...
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just enough...
Isn't the whole point of trade...
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked...
What really happened?
I drank too much that night.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who
I'm looking for...
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased...
Well, I'll... Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks?
And what about you? Working outside at night in this...
You want to know my secret? I'm trying...
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me a...
What can you tell...
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay.
You really think...
No. I think you had better stay and help us.
Which local dangers must I...
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get...
I'm looking...
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum.
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a...
Good.
I know I promised you would... Make everything right, Mum. It has not been that simple.
So much noise. A vampire.
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
We have to stop dying, vermin!
Giselle's stolen money. Prewen has some unethical ways of financing their war.
You again?
I've identified the men who
I knew it! Did you find the money?
Yes, here it is.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to...
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me.
I know you were friends with Miss...
Jack's murder has been a shock to the nation.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the...
Who killed...
No one will ever know. One thing is...
Why does that up...
I wish I had found the time and worked.
Well,